For years, farming has been an ongoing tradition for one Texas family. The production of hay has been one of the main cash crops for the family for 5 generations in Wilbarger County. There are long hours, hard work, and mandatory investments that all go into the production and manufacturing of hay. Willie Kieschnick, along with his 11 brothers and sisters, helped his father farm growing up and passed the knowledge of the family business down to his 4 sons and on down the line.
We have alfalfa, which is our main crop, and wheat and cotton, run cattle, and some hay grazer to bale for our cattle to feed.
Through the years, Kieschnick believes that the method of baling hay has adapted towards a higher quality of production means.
We had an old hay baler. It took 4 people to run the hay baler, a tractor driver, a needler, and a tire, and a stacker on the trailer. So now it takes 2 people, which is one driving and one stacking on the trailer, which the baler pushes the hay right up on top of the trailer, and then the man catches it and stacks it on the trailer, and we usually put 150 bales on each trailer.
Willie's son Kenneth explains how the old case hay balers used to run.
Here, this auger augers over into the crimper. This is they call it a crimping machine. And then there's your plunger, big plunger that run it right in here. It went back here, and then you had 2 people sitting back here, one on this side, one on that side, as they fed wire through it. They had to feed the wire to it and then twist it by hand, and then as it went out the back to go to the trailer.
The youngest son, Devin, shows how the hay baling method has adapted through the years.
This is a PTO here that we hook to the tractor. It's where it gets its power from. Well, we'll move back here to the twine that actually goes around the bale. This goes around the bale, and then it ties it up here on top, and that's what holds the bale together. From where the hay comes into the baler, it goes through a chamber here, and it has a plunger, packs it in there, and when it gets ready to tie it, the tying takes place right up here in the knotters. It ties a knot in this twine, and then it pushes the bale right on out the back. As the plunger pushes the bale right on out the back.
Even though the method of farming has become quicker because of newer equipment, hard work is still an essential part of farming. Kieschnick's sons know about hard work, and Devin Kieschnick explains how important producing hay is for this community and surrounding communities.
It's very important for this community. That's probably one of the main cash crops in this community. It's a good cash crop because you get more than one chance at harvesting, and it brings in money throughout the summer, and that helps a lot.
Larry Kieschnick agrees that his experiences growing up working on his dad's farm have contributed greatly to laying a firm foundation from which to build in being a successful farmer.
That's right. We started when we were young, and of course, we baled hay as kids, and we learned a lot there, and you just kind of use that all the way through your life.
With the way farming's changing, things are not quite done the way they used to be, and so you have to change with the times, but a lot of it's what your dad has taught you.
The tradition of farming has passed on down the lines to Larry's son Clint, and he believes he has learned a lot growing up on the farm, but his own experiences have contributed towards his knowledge of farming.
Well, I just grew up mainly doing it, and I was expected to be out there every day, and so I just grew up around it. Then I went to Texas Tech and had an ag major there. Then from there I was a crop consultant for 3 years in Dimmitt, Texas, so that helped a lot, and learning the herbicides and pesticides and stuff that would work the best on each crop.
There are many aspects that go into being a good hay farmer. They have to know when to fertilize, cut, and eventually bale their hay, along with many other essential areas that play a part in the overall hay production process.
This is a machine that tells you what the temperature is in the hay, and when you push it in the hay and then push these buttons, it tells you what the moisture is, contents inside the bale.
This is kind of just the early stages of alfalfa. It's about late March. We'll start cutting 2 or 3 weeks. To get to this stage, we had to put our herbicide down in mid-February. We've had to spray twice for alfalfa weevil larvae, which is just an insect. It'll kind of skeletalize the upper leaves and keep it from growing, so you really have to clean those out and get the hay going good. And now we just need some warmer weather and some good rainfall, and we'll be cutting in 2 to 3 weeks.
Hay production is essential to this community and surrounding communities, and the Kieschnick family has always ensured the highest quality hay to their buyers for generations on down the line. Larry Kieschnick explains where the hay goes once it is harvested.
Of course, it goes in the barn, you know, to keep the sunlight and the elements off of it. Like I said, we sell mostly horse hay, and it'll go to the horse ranches in Louisiana, racetracks. A lot of it goes to breeding farms around Fort Worth, Dallas.
Doing something that is important to the community and really enjoying what you do is a life that most people hope for.
Well, I wouldn't take for my life being a farmer. I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's a lot of work, different times of the year, but then also you have different times of the year that you don't do much.
It's a good life. We probably wouldn't change anything.
The Kieschnick tradition of farming will live on for generations to come.
Yeah, I'm glad that's what I do.
I'm Lane Kieschnick reporting.